Yep, you're looking at our Painted Mountain corn harvest. And what we're trying to do is select from some of the more exotic varieties. And so this spring we picked some of the most exotic, like these starbursts. And some of the more interesting colors here, you can see we got blues and greens. Just some very, very interesting genetics in here. But we were going for the starbursts, and we got a lot of them. So now we're going to select these starburst seeds to try to make our own variety of starburst corn, because we're starting to get those types of seeds in abundance. As you can see, here's some more of them. But the general quality of the color and the variety is excellent. Now this is a flint corn, which can be eaten as a sweet corn, but it's so beautiful that it's more of a talking piece than anything. This can be saved forever, ground as flint corn to make whatever you want in the future. So it's a great survival food. And what I also learned is that a lot of the birds in Australia don't like to eat that, from my friend Giles. We had a long talk yesterday. He's been on his ranch for months, just basically locked in there. But I wanted to give you a quick recap on what's happening here in the fall as everything's frozen. And the only thing left is the cold weather crops like this kale here. You can see hardy hibiscus is frozen. Salvia is still alive, and our carnations are still producing. But the squash is all frozen. And you can see there's like a second coming of squash because it hasn't been below freezing for about a week. But the odds of that producing is pretty low. We do have a lot of seed saving to do. The only problem is it's been raining every day for a week. This is after it hasn't rained all summer. What a bummer. Here is our Painted Mountain corn that we just laid down. And you can see a rutabaga back there that's frozen. Some of our Purple Mountain spinach seed. And maybe if you just hang with us, I'll take you out front and we'll look at the state of the orchard out there. You can see that the lilacs are still surviving through the freeze. We have an ancient type of pine tree back here, bristlecone pine, which is now growing right before winter. Another one of those kales. And it's basically fall. And this is the only time we've really had sun. We had a little sun yesterday. I'm trying to do some seed saving here, but because everything's wet, it's kind of difficult. Now I know we have a sprinkler running here, but that's because we're filling up tanks. And this one just runs when we turn on the well. So we still have about 100 plus pounds probably of potatoes in the ground. Half of this is still in the ground, so we can harvest during the next month. A lot of these beds still have potato in them. There's a nice chicory coming up. We got carrots still in the ground. Now these are our onions for next year. These are only about a year old, so we'll pull them up and we'll spread them out next year. But this year's onions are basically done, and they're just sitting in the ground here waiting for us to pull up. And we'll only take them out as needed. And you can see a pretty good sized onion there. That's a candy sweet. So we'll bring that in and let it dry. It's just a little wet to be harvesting anything. And we got some broccoli back there. It's been growing all year and really nothing happening there. So we've been feeding that to the animals. Still got some flowers popping in here. And here comes Frankie. And we'll just end up today. We'll do a greenhouse tour. Well, actually, let's run into the greenhouse today. Why not? You're all here. But we still have all these carrots in the ground. So anytime we need carrots, we'll just come out here and we can pull up a few. And these are some cosmic purples. And these are looking nice. So there's some cosmic purple. I'll come grab those later, along with this onion. And let's just go take a walk down to the greenhouse, shall we? Maybe the kitty will come. So the key to food security in an area like this, where this year we only had, here's our sweet corn area. That did real well. We never grew sweet corn here successfully. This year we had probably dozens of ears. I was able to save dozens more ears, so now we have a land race sweet corn. And here's a really nice mustard coming up for some winter salads. Oh, let me go show you our salad bed before we get to the greenhouse. So salad's one thing that'll grow all the way down to 18 before it freezes. And obviously certain varieties are better than others. So we do have a salad area for winter, and that's right here. Now I've already eaten a bunch of salads off of here, and there's tons more to go. We got red romaines and other exotic varieties. Look at how red that is. Wow. So that's just looking fantastic. Definitely salad tonight. Look at that color. And like a lot of you, it went from blazing hot here to cold instantly about a week ago. And, well, it's pretty chilly. Our season was so short that this entire area I planted in basil seemed to end early. We didn't get much basil. We are getting some grains coming up here. But some of the basil varieties are clearly more frost tolerant than others. You see one of them seeding here. But all in all, it was a pretty good season. We got a bunch of, we got enough winter squash to last past Christmas. Maybe longer. We always have some in the spring. But none of it goes bad, because if any of it starts to be a little off, we just feed it to the pig or the chickens. So it's that simple. When you live in abundance of food and you have too much to eat, well, if you have a farm, there's plenty of animals on the farm that will eat it. This is a really nice outdoor bed we got. It's got all cold hardy stuff, some chard, red Russian kale. We got we're still producing strawberry after some freezes, and we got mint, more chard, a little bit of medicine. And I gotta open this door for a second before we go in, because it will fog up. This is the first time we've opened the door today. I don't know what time it is, 9:30. That's a good guess. Got here around 7, and it was cold. So I lit a fire. And there's a shard coming right up out of the grass. That's what you like to see. We got some nice mustards growing in here for some winter crop. And they just came up themselves, because I'm constantly dropping seeds all year. All right, let's go in. So first thing you want to notice is our tomatoes are now 6 feet or higher, 7 feet. That's pretty normal if you live in a warm climate, but not here in the high mountains. But I don't think we're going to be able to get enough airflow here to actually go in, because it'll probably just steam up. And I just harvested a lot of the tomatoes in here, but you can kind of see here's a really nice yellow variety, an orange variety. Our celery is prolific. Huge amounts of heads in here. I don't know if you can see the stalks down there. So we have lots of celery all winter. And the tomatoes, well, they're just producing like bonkers. And so I got some slicers. and some yellow tomatoes. And you can see a couple more there on the vines. And this is a Berkeley tie-dye. But the real star of the show is these danglers up here. These are our most amazing flavored fruits. Right here, the orange ones. And, well, we're going to have quite a bit of it. I mean, our fruit production here is very high, as you can see. So we're not worried about running out of tomatoes anytime soon. And we won't freeze in here ever. Well, it does get down to 32 in here. But that's the lowest it gets in the winter, and that's because of our thermal mass that we put in here. I recommend you all try to put a huge amount of water in your greenhouse to stabilize that temperature. Nice barrages. We got some nice onions flowering. So just an awesome state for the greenhouse. There's Frankie. It is moist in there. Well, sun's up. Beautiful day, lots to do. And I just want to thank you all for joining us. Give you a little update on the state of the state. I just ordered the rest of the siding. The price has come down in the last year for the front and the back of the barn. And we're waiting to pour 2 pads. And if you notice this front roof here, we're putting that same roof on the back of the barn. So hopefully we'll get that done by the end of fall here before winter comes. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share this with like-minded people. And we'll see you soon. Fall color in full effect. And that's a boom. Be safe. We love you.